Welcome, Miracle Manifestors. Here I am again, going to be sharing with you how I manifested clients after going through a dry patch. So at the time, what was happening is I had gone 5 months and I had one paying client in 5 months. I had no idea why. I wasn't at the point that you will have heard at that previous video of where I was desperate for clients. I was hardly aware. It was only when I got a booking that I suddenly realized, I haven't had anyone pay me for quite some time, and I worked it out. And so I decided I needed to do something about it. So the first thing to do with manifesting is always make a decision. I'm going to do something about it. And my decision obviously was I need clients. I tried a few things, nothing happened for a while. It wasn't an overnight thing, but I kept persisting. So persistence is number 2. So I kept tried this didn't work, tried this didn't work. I tried that, clearing out, that didn't work in this instance. So I couldn't figure out what the block was. There was obviously a specific block that needed to be cleared. Then it would have been about April, because it was over Easter time, I discovered a workshop for Theta healing. Some of you may know about Theta healing, and I at this stage didn't. So I went to the Theta healing training, and during the training, as you know, quite often with training, you go into breakaway groups and you practice what you've just learned. So I was working with this amazing woman. We just learned all these beautiful techniques with Theta, which is incredible, that you can even use distance. So you don't need to physically be there. You don't even need to go online. But in this case, we were physically there, opposite each other, and we were working on various different things. And of course, I wanted to work on, why am I stuck in my business? Why am I not getting any clients? And she went into her meditation state, and as she continued to work to figure out what it was, she came up with seeing a hook. It's known as a psychic hook, a hook in my thigh, in my upper right thigh, I think it was. Stand to be corrected, but it was definitely in my thigh. And there was something about the way she described that hook. I don't to this day remember what words she used or how she described it. She knew nothing about my situation, but there was something about the way that she described that suddenly a light went on. And I remembered that the Christmas before, not the previous Christmas, so 18 months ago Christmas, I had been going through a really frustrating time, not only in my business, but with myself, in that I was trying to heal. I was healing. I was just really trying to heal my stuff. And it was like the same stuff kept on coming up again and again and again. I don't know if you've ever been through that, where you work on stuff and you think, yay, I've done this. And then the same thing comes up. And then it's like you never get to the bottom of it. The healing just does not seem to be happening. Well, I was sick of this. At this time, this is Christmas, 18 months before the workshop. And I was just getting so sick of not cleaning up my own shit. And I'm one of those sort of people that I like to lead from the front. If I want to show someone something, I need to know that I've been able to do it. I'm not going to just say, you do this because I've heard this is a great thing, but I don't know, it's never worked for me, but I'm sure it'll work for you. I have to get it to work for me. So I thought, okay, great, let me try this. So anyway, I was getting more and more and more frustrated at this period of my life of just not getting to the bottom. The same stuff was coming up again and again and again, and it wasn't getting healed. And I remember around that time saying out loud, I don't remember if it was to myself or if my partner was there, but I just said out loud, if I don't get my own shit sorted out, I'm giving up towards health. I'm giving up my business. What's the point? If I can't sort out my own stuff, how can I help anyone else? And I literally said that. If I can't get my own stuff sorted out, I'm giving up. And it was like that had got a psychic hook into my thigh. So at this workshop in Easter that I was doing, the Theta healing workshop, she saw this. When she described it, I described what I've just described to you, and she released it, and it was like, wow, it was such an aha moment. So that's one thing you can think of. Is there a time when you sort of made an agreement with yourself, or someone else could have made to you an agreement that, you know, you're not going to do something, or you're going to do something connected with your business that is holding clients back, that is holding you back, that I'm not, you know, it could be a recent thing, it could be a past thing. Because the 2 weeks following, now I have no proof it was this, but this is the only thing that I was doing at the time. 2 weeks after that workshop, or it was a week after the workshop, the following 2 weeks, so a week went by, and then the following 2 weeks, I got 8 inquiries coming to me. I did nothing different. I wasn't advertising anymore. I didn't write any newsletters. I think I started writing a newsletter, but no one knew I had. I was writing it. No one was aware. Nothing else on the outside had changed. I hadn't contacted anyone, followed up with anyone, and then I got 8 inquiries out of the blue, and 5 people confirmed their bookings in a week after the workshop over the next 2 weeks. That is how quickly it happened, and this was from the release of the healing of the psychic hook. So with this, other than going for a Theta healing session, a good exercise might be to think back through your business from when you started, or even before. Is there a time that you made a promise to yourself or a commitment to yourself in the heat of the moment? Because often it's made in the heat of the moment, in a particularly emotional time, that if something doesn't happen, you're not persisting with your business, you're not going to accept money, anything along that line. So if it rings any bells like that, see if that helps. And before I go, I will see if you can see the amazing view behind me. No, you can't quite see. Yeah, there's a mountain through there, through the trees there. So hopefully this has helped, given you some ideas, given you some tips. And until next time, I will be sharing another time when I manifested clients, or when I manifested something else, with the purpose of giving you inspiration and possibilities. Happy manifesting!